Hello, this is Corey Robertson. I am a professional coach and I'm the founder of the Corey Robertson Coaching Academy for Leaders. I'm talking to you today from my office, and the topic for today that I want to share with you is about the coaching topics that are coming up this week and a little bit last week as well. You know, it's really interesting. I'm in a really interesting I have an interesting perspective of the world right now because I'm still coaching. I still have clients and I still have coaching conversations that are dealing with people's everyday work life challenges. So I thought it'd be interesting for you to hear a little bit about what's going on out there, what I'm seeing, and maybe you can relate to some of these experiences that people are having, and maybe this conversation, what I'm sharing with you today, will give you some insights that you can use for yourself. So one thing I want to point out right away is that what has started to happen is that not every coaching conversation that I have had in the past week or so is related to COVID-19. So this tells me that people have they've gotten used to working from home. They've gotten used to working in this new normal, and people have reinvented themselves very, very quickly. So right off the top, I just want to put that out there as an indication of how powerful and resilient people are. You know, people are telling me there are things like, shifting to a work from home model used to be something that was considered absolutely impossible, no questions asked. Now, some of the biggest, most powerful companies on the planet have sent everybody home to safety, and their business is working just fine. So even the call centers for banks have managed to send people home and give them the access to security measures that they need to keep their clients safe. So I think that's fantastic. So first of all, big kudos to all of you, to everybody out there who has done the hard work and the scary work of changing so quickly and so effectively. So good for you. So what is still related to COVID-19 is the work from home. So at the beginning, it was, how do I get set up from home? How do I function? How do I cope? So now that notion of working from home has evolved a little bit. And what I'm seeing, which is super interesting, is the same kind of questions are coming up from different perspectives. So one of them is, from the the employee's point of view, the question is, how do I know my boss is happy with what I'm doing? How do I know I'm working on the right thing? How do I know that the standards are where they're supposed to be and that I'm addressing priorities properly? Interesting, because the same question is coming from the managers and the leaders' point of view. How do I know my employees are working on the right thing? How do I know that they have the support they need? How do I know that they're coping? How do I know that they're okay? So you see, both sides, the individual contributors and the leaders, are both concerned with making each other happy and doing a good job. So keep that in mind, okay? I know everybody's frustrated right now, but people's hearts are in the right place and they're trying to do the right thing and keep everybody as happy as they can within their capacity to do so. So here's some important questions for both sides. So it's really important to open up a dialogue. If you're having questions, then, so managers, leaders, make sure that you've opened up the context for communication. Set up regular check-ins. I have been recommending stand-ups where, they're called stand-ups or stand-up meetings, and they're called that because they're so short that you don't have time to sit down. So if you're interested in setting up stand-up meetings for your organization, we can have a conversation about that, and I can help you design that, and I can help you set that up. So what does success look like? Have these conversations so that both sides know, so that everybody knows what is it that we're looking towards. What is it that we're trying to achieve? What does success look like? Direct reports, you can ask that to your managers, and managers, you can explain that to your employees. That way you can make sure that you're both aligned and you're both working on parallel tracks, even though you're not there to talk to each other, face to face. What else was there? Boundaries. Okay, this has been really an interesting thing coming up. People are feeling, they're rolling out of bed in the morning and they're going straight to their desks, and there doesn't seem to be a clear stop time for the workday, and people are, working straight through until bedtime. So isn't that interesting? This is coming from both managers and direct reports, where they are really feeling that they are working around the clock. So at the beginning, I remember very clearly, a lot of managers and leaders were concerned that their employees were going to be, taking advantage and indulging in daytime TV. So from my point of view, I can tell you that's absolutely not happening. It's the opposite. So your employees are not defining boundaries very well. So that's one of the things that I urge you to do, is have a conversation to help people put boundaries and structure into their workday, so that they start at a reasonable time and they finish at a reasonable time. This is really important for long-term well-being. Another thing, managers, leaders, please keep in mind that when people are working from home, that home life is happening all around your employees. So I've had a lot of people come to me, they're really concerned. They're on a call, they're on a video call with a very senior person in the organization, and the dog starts barking. I mean, that happened to me. I was giving an online presentation for an online conference, and while I was doing my presentation, my dog started erupting in the background. My office is right next to the front door of my house, and the dog saw a squirrel go by, and he decided that it was necessary to erupt into barking. And we laughed about it on the conference, because that is what working from home is like. I've had people, one of my clients was telling me that her daughter barged into her office while she was on the phone with her boss, because her daughter was upset about something and interrupted. So let's all be patient with each other. This is, working from home. Home is happening. Kids haven't gone back to school yet, and it's just, there will be disruptions, there will be imperfections. But I think it reminds us that we are all just human. We're all doing our best to, do our part to keep the economy going, do our part to keep our businesses, our companies afloat, and do our part to keep our bosses happy and to keep our employees happy. So I hope that this is inspiring for you. I hope it's reassuring. And please, by all means, leave me a comment in the comment thread, or if you're more comfortable, send me a private message and we can open up a conversation. I'm happy to help you work out your challenges that you're having. My calendar is open for consultation. So you could go to my scheduling app, which is called www.talkwithcorey.com, and I'd be really happy to hop on a call with you, book a virtual coffee. That's what it's called in the scheduling app. You'll see when you get there, and we'll hop on a call and we'll just work at sorting a few things out for you. Before I let you go, is there anything else that I had in my notes that I wanted to share with you? I think that's about it for today. So I will be back next week. Please keep your eye on your inbox. If you're subscribed to my newsletter, you should have received it on Tuesday morning, and there will be another newsletter coming out Tuesday next. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm focusing a lot on leadership challenges, mostly for people in the tech world, but I think that the principles apply to people outside of the tech world as well. So once again, I am Corey Robertson. I am a professional coach, and I'm the founder of the Corey Robertson Coaching Academy for Leaders, where I teach leadership and coaching as a competency so that organizations can build coaching cultures and use coaching as a leadership style within their companies. So I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope that you are feeling great. I hope that you're healthy. I hope that your loved ones are healthy and that you stay that way. So looking forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.